Energy work for beginners, practical steps to start. Have you ever walked into a room and felt something? Not seen. Not heard. But sensed, an invisible current, thick with tension or humming with peace. That, dear seeker, was energy. Long before electricity sparked our modern world, ancient mystics whispered of another force, subtle, unseen, and yet more powerful than steel or fire. It is the current that flows through stars and stones, through breath and bone. The Chinese called it qi, the Indians named it prana, and the Egyptians guarded it as sikkim. Today, we simply call it energy. But what is energy work? Is it merely visualization and breath? Is it the flick of a hand in Reiki, or the stillness of a monk in meditation? No. Energy work is a dialogue with the unseen, a sacred art of attuning to the language of the cosmos. It is a remembering, a return to the deep, intuitive knowing that we are more than flesh and thought. That we are vessels of power, conduits of light and keepers of ancient fire. In this video, you will not find hollow promises or vague affirmations. Instead, you will be offered the keys to an ancient practice, distilled into practical, grounded steps for the modern soul. We will journey together through the gateways of breath, awareness, and intention. You will learn how to sense energy, how to cultivate it, and how to direct it, not with superstition, but with focus and reverence. We will begin by stepping back, into the shadows of history, to trace the roots of energy work across civilizations. Then, we will cross into practice, uncovering techniques used by sages and healers for centuries, breathwork, grounding, sensing auras, and simple yet profound energy flows. Finally, we will explore how to integrate these techniques into your daily life, awakening a quiet power that has always been within you. So take a breath. Let the noise of the world fall away. You are about to remember something ancient. Something the soul never forgot. Are you ready to begin? In the earliest twilight of civilization, before the invention of the written word, before temples crowned mountaintops or pyramids pierced the heavens, our ancestors sat by firelight and spoke of a force. Not a god with a name, not a creature with form, but a presence that animated all things. The breath behind the wind. The pulse beneath the skin of the world. Energy. The story of energy work is not bound to one continent, one language, or one belief. It is a river with many tributaries, flowing through every sacred tradition, carrying different names, but always pointing to the same mystery. In ancient China, Taoist sages mapped the subtle body like cartographers of the invisible. They discovered meridians, channels through which qi flowed, like rivers of light within the body. These channels, they said, must remain open and balanced for health, clarity, and spiritual power. The practice of qigong was born from this knowledge, an alchemy of breath, movement, and focused intention. Across the mountains of India, the yogis spoke of prana, the life force carried on the breath. They charted the chakras, spinning wheels of energy, each one a gate to deeper consciousness. Through pranayama and meditation, they refined the art of drawing in cosmic energy, awakening dormant potential within the self. The Egyptians, enigmatic and deeply attuned to the realms beyond, practiced sikkim, a form of spiritual energy healing said to have been passed down from the gods themselves. The high priests and priestesses of the Nile knew how to channel this force to restore harmony to body and soul. Even in the West, echoes of energy work remain. The Greek concept of pneuma, the Stoics' vital spirit, the Christian Holy Spirit, and the Jewish ruach, all reflect an understanding that life is carried by a divine breath, a force that animates and sustains. But what ties all these traditions together is not merely terminology. It is the understanding that we are not isolated beings. We are part of an intricate web, each of us a note in the music of the cosmos. And energy work is the art of tuning ourselves back into harmony with that greater song. Philosophically, energy work is not about control, it is about alignment. The Taoist does not force the river, he flows with it. The yogi does not create the energy, she opens to it. The shaman does not summon spirits as a master, but calls them as a servant of the sacred. And here lies the paradox: the more we surrender to the flow, the more powerful we become. In a world obsessed with what can be measured, the ancients remind us, not everything real is visible. The most profound forces in your life, love, thought, memory, intuition, are all unseen. So too is energy. You are not just a body. You are a field of energy, a living bridge between the earth and the stars. And with intention, awareness, and practice, you can learn to work with this field. To heal. To awaken. To remember. And so, having touched the ancient roots, we now turn to the practical path. Let us step out of the shadows of history, and into the art itself. To walk the path of energy work is not to escape the body, but to enter it more deeply than ever before. This is not a path of imagination, but sensation. The beginner does not need belief. Only attention. When the mind is quiet and the awareness sharp, even the most subtle energies begin to speak. Let us begin. 1. The breath, the gate of power. In every tradition, breath is the starting point. Why? Because the breath is the meeting point between the conscious and the unconscious, the bridge between body and spirit. Breath is how we draw in life, and how we release resistance. Try this, the threefold breath. Sit or stand comfortably. Let your spine rise like a pillar, relaxed but alert. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Feel the air fill your belly, your ribs, your chest, like a wave rising. Hold gently for a count of 4. Exhale through the mouth for 6 or 8 counts, longer than the inhale. Imagine releasing static, stress, and stagnation. Repeat this cycle for 5 minutes. With each breath, your energy field becomes more coherent, less noise, more signal. 2. The hands, awakening the sensors. Your hands are sacred tools, extensions of the heart chakra, and among the most sensitive energy receptors in your body. Try this, the energy ball exercise. Rub your palms together briskly for 10 to 15 seconds. Feel heat, friction. Pull them apart slowly, about 6 inches. Now, with your eyes gently closed, move your hands slightly closer, then apart again, as if shaping an invisible ball. You may begin to feel resistance, warmth, tingling, magnetism. This is not imagination. You are beginning to feel your biofield, the subtle energy that surrounds and penetrates the body. With time, this sensation will grow stronger, more defined. 3. Grounding, rooting your field to the earth. Energy work must be rooted. Without grounding, the seeker becomes airy, scattered, unmoored. The earth is not just soil beneath your feet. It is a sentient force, waiting to stabilize and nourish your field. Try this, the rooting visualization. Stand barefoot if possible. Close your eyes. Imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet deep into the earth. With every exhale, release excess energy down through these roots, like pouring water into the soil. With every inhale, draw up strength, stability, and nourishment. Just 5 minutes of this grounding can prevent energetic overload, emotional chaos, and spiritual burnout. 4. Sensing fields, scanning and feeling. As your sensitivity grows, you'll begin to sense energy not only within, but around others, places, even thoughts. Try this, aura scanning. Ask a friend to stand or sit still. Rub your hands again and slowly move them toward your friend's body, starting about 12 inches away. Move your hands up and down the air around them. Go slowly. Pause when you feel shifts, heat, coolness, tingling, or pressure. You are learning to read the energetic weather of a being. With practice, you'll feel blockages, strengths, even emotions without words. These techniques are ancient, yet they remain alive only through your practice. They are not quick hacks or shortcuts. They are daily devotions, a returning, again and again, to the language of subtle truth. Even 5 minutes a day can begin to shift your inner landscape. You may sleep more deeply. Emotions may rise for clearing. Synchronicities may begin to unfold. But remember, energy work is not about power over others. It is about clarity within yourself. It is about coming into harmony with the great unseen dance of life, and learning to move with it, consciously, with reverence. Now that you've tasted the practice, let us complete the circle. Let us learn how to weave these techniques into your everyday life, so that energy work is not something you do, but something you are. Energy work is not confined to sacred spaces or special rituals. The greatest transformation occurs not in temples or atop distant mountains, but in the quiet rhythm of your daily life. Because the truth is this, you are always doing energy work. Every thought emits a frequency. Every word carries vibration. Every choice aligns, or misaligns, you with the deeper current. The real question is, are you doing it consciously? Let's bring this ancient practice down from the clouds and root it into your day-to-day life, where it can truly live. 1. Morning. Set the tone of your field. Each morning, before the world enters your space, tend to your field like a gardener tending soil. Morning ritual, 5 to 10 minutes. Sit in stillness. Connect to breath. Ground into the earth. Feel your energetic roots anchoring deep below. Place your hands over your heart or solar plexus. Say silently, I am aligned. I am clear. I carry light. This is not just affirmation. It is energetic instruction. Programming your field for coherence, strength, and grace. Pro tip, pair this with water. Drink mindfully. Visualize the water carrying life force through your system. Let hydration become holy. 2. Throughout the day, energetic hygiene. Just as your body collects dust and toxins, so does your energy field. Unconscious emotions. Electronic chaos. Other people's drama. These cling to you if you're not aware. Midday practice, the energy sweep. Step aside for 1 minute, bathroom stall, parked car, quiet corner. Visualize a gentle wave of golden or white light sweeping from head to toe, like wind brushing leaves. With your exhale, let that light carry away all that is not yours. You will feel lighter. Clearer. Less reactive. And if you've been in a high-stress place, wash your hands in cold water with intention. Let the water carry away residual emotional charge. Water is a conductor, it listens. 3. Interactions. Protect without closing. Energy work doesn't mean isolation. It means navigation. You can stay open-hearted and still protect your field. You do not need to absorb everyone else's static. Energetic shielding, invisible, powerful. Before entering a crowded or chaotic space, take a moment. Visualize a field of light around you, like an egg, or a sphere. Let it be permeable to love, joy, truth, but impermeable to fear, drama, or projection. Do this silently. No one needs to know. But your energy will. 4. Evening, release and reset. Before sleep, reset your field. Don't carry today's energy into tomorrow. Evening wind down. Breathe slowly. Recall any intense emotions or encounters. Imagine yourself gently pulling cords of energy from your body, wherever you feel tension. Send these cords into the earth, or into light, with gratitude and release. You may even speak aloud, I return all energy that is not mine. I call back all of my energy, cleansed and whole. This simple phrase is ancient technology. It tells your system to reassemble, recenter, and restore. 5. Ritual, not routine. The more you repeat these practices, the more natural they become, not mechanical, but ritualistic. A sacred rhythm. Like a dancer learning steps until movement becomes poetry. You may find your intuition sharpening. Old wounds surfacing and dissolving. Dreams becoming clearer. Synchronicities unfolding like petals from a hidden seed. This is not coincidence. It is the field responding to your attention. In the end, energy work is not a path to escape this world, it is a path to deepen your presence within it. You are not learning something new. You are remembering a forgotten language. The body knows it. The soul sings it. And now, so do you. So go gently. Practice daily. And walk in the world as one who remembers, that behind the noise and beneath the skin, there is light. There is breath. There is energy. And it is sacred. The ancients knew that to touch the subtle is to awaken the sacred. That to still the mind is to hear the whisper behind the world. And that energy, this unseen thread weaving all things, is not some distant mystery, but the very essence of who you are. You've taken the first step, not just into a practice, but into a remembrance. A way of living, breathing, and being that restores your connection to the great intelligence of life itself. So breathe deeply. Listen closely. The current is always speaking. And now, you know how to listen. Pause. A subtle bell chimes. If this journey has stirred something ancient in you, if the teaching spoke not just to your mind, but to your soul, then stay with us. Subscribe. Share. But more than that, practice. Walk gently between the worlds. And remember, what you tend within, shapes the world without.